So another one of our split grids here for today. Huge entry list for the senior maxes, and for this heat 2 it's going to be A versus C for this one in terms of the qualifying grids. Guy Cunnington and Jack Lilly line up on the front row with Lewis Gilbert and Reg Hayward on row number 2 and Joshua Graham and Lucas Ellingham there on row 3. Samuel Cook and Ethan Ling on row 4 with Archie Button and Spencer Brown rounding out the top 10. On row 6 is Liam Tollers and Jack Gillingham. Row 7 has Zam Bacon, Ben Ballou, then it's James Tester and Zaki Yassine behind them, Stefan Kaczmarczyk and Lewis Wild. Running out the top 20 are Benjamin Southgate and Mac McFarquhar. Good to see Mac McFarquhar in this race. We'll see how he can do for 20th place. Ross Tyler and Joseph Genton are there on row 11 with Oliver Johnson and Daniel Archer on row number 12. Row 13 is Finley Hayes and Dylan Norris, and it's Sam Light, Dalton Norris, JJ Hines and Molly Griffiths rounding out the top 30. And we do have 33 drivers on this grid. George Hunter, Lucas Theo and Jack Wilch round out the rest of the field. But lots of drivers on this one. Definitely the biggest one to mention being Lucas Ellingham, your senior X30 champion, I think 2 or 3 years in a row. Your senior Rotax champion last year. Your senior Rotax WM plate holder for last year as well. Lucas Ellingham, very fast. Surprising to see him so far down the field. Let's see what he can do as the race gets underway here in the senior Rotax heat number 2 for the weekend. And they all managed to just about get through. Oblivion and Crook. Late dives to the inside there. Defensive manoeuvres as drivers try to hold on to those positions early on in this race, or equally, if you're slightly further back, try to gain those cheeky positions through early manoeuvres in this 8 minutes plus 1 lap heat. But all staying as they were. It's Guy Cunnington who is still leading the field as we head down through Osiers, and not a huge amount of moves through the top end of the order anyway, but then we get down to about 15th place, and from there to the back of the field they're all line astern, all still looking to go for it.
Yeah, for sure. They're really on each other at this moment in time, nose to tail. So they're looking to try and make those moves, but of course, it's just about keeping it nice and steady in these early stages. Then you go for the moves in the latter stages of these races. But on towards Christmas Corner for the second time in this race, and already seeing everyone line astern, but that's not line astern. That is a manoeuvre there from the 31, I believe, with Sam Baker trying to make his way past James Tessa for the 12th place spot. Really good stuff in there, and already seeing into Ashby a lot. Another spot that is very hot on its overtaken. I think the last one you could say is probably the boot, which is very, very strange when I first arrived here.
Exactly, yeah. It's a difficult one. I mean, you've still got a similar move, as you mentioned before, to what you had last year. You've just got to get an even better exit because you've got less time to get alongside and make the move stick. But we are still seeing a few drivers go for it, impressively so. Yeah,
definitely. They're still really going for it, especially in the opening stages of this race. Oh, and there it goes, the 93 there of, I believe, Jack Lilly, who's made the move there for the lead of this race. And Guy Cunnington is now having to keep himself in second place, and he's going to want that lead back as soon as possible. So at this moment in time, it does look like Jack Lilly will just have to keep himself in front here. Will have to keep himself in front here because, of course, he is leading this race. He wants to get those maximum points, but Cunnington will really have to apply the pressure in the early stage. We've, like I said before, you want to be keeping it back here. And really just keeping it nice and calm, nice and passive before then going out on the attack in the last stage. They know exactly what kind of point in the race they're at in terms of time. They have that on the gantry just above you in towards on the main straight. But there goes Cunnington immediately through, and there goes Lewis Gilbert coming out of absolutely nowhere. Can he make a move into Ashby? Yes, he can. That is a superb move, and he now moves into the race lead. The number 4 Kart is now gone from 3rd to 1st in only a matter of corners.
Impressive racing between all the drivers at the sharp end of the order here. There comes Lucas Ellingham, parting the Red Sea and making his way through up into 4th place. Impressive stuff from Lucas Ellingham, scrapping through the middle of those two and takes a couple of positions for himself. The WM plate holder and your reigning champion pushing through the order nicely. But it looked as though after that relatively relaxed start in the senior Rotaxes, we might be in for a subdued race. But nope, they all came back together on lap 2 and 3, and it all has kicked off. But Lewis Gilbert, definitely a name we are used to seeing at the sharp end of the order in the senior Rotaxes. Back to the front he goes again. It was great battling between Lilly and Cunnington, but that just opened the door for Lewis Gilbert to seize the opportunity and press on through. Here we look back to the WM plate, the 388 and the 73. Ellingham leading Graham and Hayward. That's 4th, 5th and 6th respectively, and they really need these top 3 to start batting again because they've been able to extend a little bit of a gap here. As Ellingham side his way through into 4th place, Lilly, Cunnington and Gilbert have just extended that gap by a good second or two.
Yeah, really good stuff from pretty much everyone there. You can see that Jack Lilly takes the fastest lap of the race. That is the 93 Jack Lilly sliding his way up the inside. Very, very late on the brakes. You've just got to brake just at the marshal post there on the left-hand side, I believe, just out of shot. So really just trying to nail that brake point. But look at this. There's just so close. They're separated by an absolute sheet of paper here. There's nothing between them, and this is where the intensity of a racing driver really comes into it. This is where you start learning your craft about intensity during a racing. Yes, you may not be going for a long amount of time, but of course these drivers are still in learning when they manage to get up the rankings.
Exactly. You can see here in this battle, second in the train, the 388 of Joshua Graham, as all the lead battle is starting to kick off as well. Joshua Graham, though, you can see the race suit as Team UK on it. That means he represented the UK out of the Rotax Max Grand Finals in Bahrain at the start of this year. So great to see him still representing the UK team throughout the season, and to be fair, it's a beautiful race suit, so why not? There's the move for the lead, though. Down the inside goes Jack Lilly, and through follows Guy Cunnington. It's almost like deja vu. We're back to as we were with the top 3.
Oh, it's so close. Now, I love this type of battle where everyone is going for it for the lead. Of course, we've got the trio just following each other and making maneuvers left, right, and centre. And then, of course, when you got overtaken like Lewis Gilbert has been, he's now just got to try and refocus here. And I wonder if Guy Cunnington is going to make a move here. You bet your bottom dollar he does. That 152 car slides his way up the inside now and will find himself in the lead of the race. But that is going to be Jack Lilly to try and find his way back through. And Lewis Gilbert is really just on it every single time. Gilbert to the lead. This is scintillating stuff.
This is what I've missed from the Whilton Kart Cup not being streamed in 2023. This is the racing that you get to see at Whilton Kart Cup round. It's always nose to tail, chopping and changing. Every corner there seems to be an overtake. And that bit of battling has allowed for Graham, Ellingham and Haywood to get back through and close in on this leading battle. So now, not only do we have those 3 drivers battling over the lead, we've got 3 more coming in and trying to get involved as well. Still Gilbert defending this lead. We've still got a minute and a half left to go here on the clock. This is going to be a 6-car battle minimum all the way to the checkered flag.
It really is. It's going to be like potluck. Who's going to be winning the lottery after all of this? It's still Gilbert out in the lead of this race, but he's not aware he has 5 carts in behind him, and the first one in that train is going to be Jack Lilly to try and maybe force a move. We'll have to see how these kart drivers play it out here, because it's going to be so close. And as soon as one driver pops out, makes a move, all hell's going to break loose. It's going to be immediately going to raptures, and we could see some drivers start falling back here. There goes Gilbert going very defensive, and this is what it leads to. Joshua Graham there in P4 at this moment in time, now right on the rear of Guy Cunnington. I think he's going to go for a move here. He absolutely, I was going to say he absolutely is, but in fact, that got defended by the 152.
Yeah, it was well defended by your second place Carter. As all trying to get involved even is Joshua Graham. But they're all staying as they were now. I think it is going to be, like you say, who's going to be the first one to go for it. There's a move down the inside for 5th place in the background, though. So Reg Haywood has moved his way past Lucas Ellingham. Lucas Ellingham's day not starting maybe quite as he would have hoped here. Still up in the top gaggle of karts, but not very much longer to try and get at the sharp end of it. Timer ticks just below 10 seconds as we cross the line, so we do still have 2 more laps here. Defensive moving over to the inside there from Guy Cunnington, clearly feeling like he's under a lot of pressure from Joshua Graham for 3rd place, but that's now giving that little bit of breathing room to Gilbert and Lilly to start to walk away at the front. See how they both check over the shoulder there, both wanting to get away at the end here, but maybe already thinking about a move. Is Jack Lilly not quite able to get it done, but we've had an incident up at Christmas Corner. The 94 of Joshua Gentham was involved in that, so potentially himself and Matt McFarquhar, they were close to each other starting the last lap. So maybe those two off at Christmas corner. But on to the final lap we go then. Who's going to take the win here in the senior Rotax heat number 2? Is it Gilbert? Is it Lilly? Is it Cunnington? It could be any of these now top 8 drivers.
It really, really could. Is Lilly going to go for the move? You bet your bottom dollar he does for the second time. And oh my goodness me, look at Cunnington arriving onto the scene. And look how far he's dropped back. That's very, very slightly. But Lilly is going to have it all to do in this last section. And of course, the boot is going to be one to overtake here. But Cunnington up the inside. Oh, he's got hit there. And Lilly is going to find himself falling down.
Lucas Elliott's off.
Oh dear, it's absolute pandemonium in this last sector. And we said it's absolute potluck. And it looks like it's going to be Lewis Gilbert winning the absolute $1 million, the $1 billion. He comes across the timing line to win. But look at that for third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. And it's going to be Jack Lilly winning it in the end after that hit from Cunnington. I don't think he's going to be happy about that. But the points are the main thing. And he has got third just ahead of Joshua Graham and Reg Hayward. Where did Reg Hayward come from? My goodness, John.
I have no idea. Well, 3rd to 7th was split by 7/10 of a second there across the line. So just slightly close to end our heat number 2 in senior Rotax. But yeah, Lewis Gilbert, he did well there because he was under a bit of pressure as they came onto the last lap. But luckily, the batting behind him just gave him that little bit of room to squeeze away. And off he went, and no one could chase him down. But in behind, I had no idea what way it was going to go. Drivers came in together into Osiers. Lucas Ellingham was like, right, I see my opportunity round the outside, but he put himself in that dangerous place on the outside where they all suddenly press each other out wide. He got nerfed off of the circuit, managed to rejoin, tried it again down at the boot, couldn't make it work. They all closed up. What a crazy end to senior Rotax heat number 2. Let's run you through the top 10. As we say, Lewis Gilbert takes the win with Kai Cunnington and Jack Lilly on the top 3. Joshua Graham was behind with Reg Hayward rounding out the top 5. Lucas Ellingham, Ethan Ling, Samuel Cook, Archie Buttle and Sam Baker. Your top 10 there in senior Rotaxes. But what a race that was.
Yeah.